Joining me now, former State Department spokesperson Morgan Ortagus. Big question, is Russia losing the ground war?
Oh, that's a tough one to answer, Stu. I mean, listen, when you look at the images that your reporter just showed from Lviv and especially Mariupol, which is now reportedly under Russian control, if you're Ukrainians in those cities, it certainly doesn't feel like a win for them. Saying that, the fact that they have not been able to get rid of Zelensky, that they haven't been able to take Kyiv, that was one of their stated goals. And in fact, our intelligence community failed in our analysis. We said it would be a number of days before Kyiv fell, and that didn't happen, and here we are 5 weeks later. So when the reports came out this morning that the Russians said, you know, that they're going to remove some forces, focus on other parts of the country, listen, before Blinken even spoke, I met it with immediate skepticism and thought, you know, this may just be an opportunity for them to sort of resupply and relaunch, to look to see where they're going to go. One of the big things, and you cover this so much, Stu, is what is actually happening economically. And we've seen over the past few days that the ruble has actually strengthened. We're still seeing hard currency, as some of my former U.S. Treasury colleagues have pointed out. We're still seeing hard currency from the Europeans going to Russia because of the sanctions half measures and because the Europeans are still buying the oil and gas. So there are still many economic lifelines for Putin. And unfortunately, I think that the past week or two where we have sort of seen city by city attacked by the Russians, but with no immediate takeover of Kyiv, I sort of see that's what's coming in the next 2 to 3 weeks in terms of what we're going to see from a news perspective.
Was the president wrong to talk about regime change when that's what a lot of people actually want? Was he wrong to talk about it?
Yes, because you have an administration, Stu, that constantly, their rhetoric doesn't match their policy. Listen, you can't be, serious about saying that you want Putin to be out of power whenever you are literally empowering him in Vienna and his team to negotiate on our behalf. Listen, a reported Iran deal would give $10 billion of sanctions immunity to Russia and Iran for Russian companies to build nuclear reactors in Iran. So that is not, I mean, how would you force regime change whenever you're giving the Russians possibly $10 billion? This is ridiculous.
Makes no sense at all.
It's not
Iran
serious.
deal, out of the question. Morgan, thank you very much for being here. Always a pleasure. We'll see you again soon. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Stu.